So, good morning, children. Welcome to our alternative English class. I have already sent you the syllabus as well as the question pattern of alternative English. Okay, and please go through the given question pattern and also the syllabus prescribed by Odisha government and also minimized by also Odisha government. So tomorrow onwards your exam will start. Still we have decided to have an exam of alternative English. You must have asked something else in your mind. Sir, how can we appear the examination? Students, I have sent you the question pattern and the syllabus. In your syllabus, you find the grammar portion. Just go through the grammar portion. The first year grammar, that is tense revision and also preposition. And you will definitely get some questions from your grammar. But still we have to select a poem for your upcoming examination. Okay, that's why I have written that title of this poem on the board before starting this class. Okay, Indian children speak. You must have the books. Okay, 1 and 2. That is from book 2. And the first poem of book 2 is Indian children speak. That is of your second year syllabus. That is of your second year syllabus, Indian Children Speak by Jonita Bell. The writer of this poem is Jonita Bell, or we can say the poet of this poem is Jonita Bell. Indian Children Speak. Okay, so what do you guess from this title? Indian Children Speak. That means children of India, means you are the children of India. Is the poem about you? Is the poem about the children of India? Actually, it is not like that. From this title, definitely one can guess that this poem is about Indian children. Means this India. Which capital? The capital of India is Delhi, but don't think this poem is about this India, but it is red Indian children. It is about red Indian children. Okay, here Indian children refers to red Indian children. Okay, wait, I will write. So here Indian children refers to red Indian children. So before going through this poem, we should know about the title and to whom it refers and what is about the poem. Okay, so actually this is about the racial discrimination, color discrimination. You know what is the meaning of discrimination? Means some people look down upon other people. Some people think that they are superior and others are inferior. Like the master race and Aryan supremacy theory of Hitler. They think that our race is high and other race is low. We are very talented, but others are not very talented. They cannot tolerate others' improvement. They always underestimate others. They always think that they are superior. And this poem is like this. This is about the racial discrimination. So, whom versus whom? Red Indian children, white American. Actually, it is not versus. Okay, I have just noted versus to clarify more about this poem, but it is not really verses. Actually, this is the thought and prejudice of white American about the red Indian children. You know, normally it is a traditional enmity between black and white. And white people always dominate the black people. Like the English people, when they came to India, they started dominating over India. And they occupied more of the places of black people. So this is really about the white people's thought related to red India or the black people. Okay, so the white people always think they are intelligent. They always wanted to make an area of their own, and also putting the black outside of their area, or better, to make them dominate, to make them their slaves, That's why they cannot tolerate their improvements. That's why they cannot understand their real feeling. But really, they have also the feeling. The red Indian children have the feeling. The red Indian children have also the emotion and thought, and also poetic thought, poetic attitude. They are also sometimes more than the white people. White people, they think that red Indian children are very dumb, they are very stupid. But really they are not very stupid. Sometimes they think that they are heartless and rude. But really red Indian children are not rude. Sometimes the white people think that the red Indian children have no emotion, no feeling. Really they are having what? A deep core-hearted feeling. This is the poem about. Nothing more. Okay, so just mark here. This poem, Indian Children Speak, has 6 stanzas. How many stanzas are there? Only 6 stanzas are there. You must know, if you open your book now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are only 6 stanzas. And each stanza has 5 lines. Each stanza has 5 lines. Okay, but inside one stanza, that is fourth stanza, it has 6 lines. It has 6 lines. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you will get 6 stanzas in this poem. And another thing you mark, Pansy, Delos, Ramon, Joe Henry. So who are they? And a boy, I just have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names, or 5 children's name. 5 children name. So actually they are red Indian children. They are red Indian children. Here the poet took a broad-minded attitude, broad-minded thought about these children who are red Indian children. The poet didn't want to dominate or discriminate the red Indian children. The poet found something extraordinary in red Indian children. And the poet wanted to prove the thought of white American, the ideology of white American, the opinion of white American, that red Indian children were not like that, what you were thinking. Actually, students, you think, suppose you are not a liar, but somebody says you a liar. Can you digest? Can you tolerate? Suppose you are not a thief, but some people say that you are a thief. Can you tolerate? It will be intolerable. It will be intolerable and unbearable. Definitely we will react something extra. That I am not like this. Why I am being said by others that I am so and so. It will be very intolerable. So this poem is like that. That red Indian children are not like that, but white American say that they are like that. This is the prejudice. This is the misunderstanding. This is the psychology of the children which is not found by the white American. And the white American cannot enter into the heart of red India. Clear? Are you getting me or not? So this poem is like that. I have also given you an outlook about the poem. How white American look down upon means underestimate the red Indian children. The red Indian children. This is all about the poem. And you know, this example will come, okay, in one stanza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stanza. You will get one character of red Indian children. And each stanza has a discrimination thought about, the white American and red Indian. And you will get the conflict of ideology, conflict of thoughts, conflict of thought of the white American related to red Indian. So let us start this poem. Definitely you must have got what is the poem about. This is nothing but it is about the misunderstanding about the prejudice of white American against red Indian children. Got it? So let us start this poem. People said Indian children are hard to teach. Don't expect them to talk. One day, stubby little boy said, last night the moon went all the way with me when I went out to work. People said Indian children are very silent. The only words are no and yes. But rat pansy confide softly. My dress is old, but at night the moon is kind. Then I wear a beautiful moon-colored dress. People said Indian children are dumb. They seldom make a reply. Clearly, I hear Delors answer, yes. The sunset is so good. I think God is throwing a bright sun around the shoulders of the sky. People said Indian children have no affection. They just don't care for anyone. Then I feel Roman's hand and hear him whisper, a wild animal races in me since my mother sleeps under the ground. Will it always run and run? People say Indian children are rude. They don't seem very bright. Then I remember Joe Henry's remark, the tree is hanging down her head because the sun is staring at her. White people always stare. They don't know it is not polite. People say Indian children never take you in. Outside their thoughts, you will always stand. I have forgotten the idle words that people say, but treasure the day when iron doors swung wide and I slipped into the heart of Indian land. This is the poem of Johnny Carval titled Indian Children Speak. So let me clarify, analysis the lines and stanzas one by one. open your book and go through. While you open this video, just before that you have to open your book and listen this video and see the lines. After that, if you cannot understand any line or any words, you have to text a message. In my normal English class or general English class, I have given my phone number and some of the students have already sent their doubts. Okay, then it is open for you. You can send me any SMS on this number. So first line, people said Indian children are hard to teach. Don't expect them to talk. Two things you can mark here. People said, here people, here the word people, which people? All over the world? No. Here people refers to white American. Here people refers to white American. White American. That means people say means white American said. About whom? About red Indian children. What is about? Indian children are hard to teach. Indian children are very stupid. Indian children are very dull and you cannot teach them. Actually, all teachers like to teach all varieties of students. It is genuine. But sometimes it is very difficult to teach the students who don't understand language, the student who don't have any emotion, the student who don't have any interest. That means they are considered as dull students, uninterested students. They are not supporting to the teacher. They don't like the topic. They don't have any interest. That means it is very difficult to teach them. Yes or no? Similarly, according to white American people, they said that red Indian children are very dull. They don't have any interest. They don't want to talk to anybody else. They are not so smart. They are very dull. Are you getting me? That's why it is very hard to teach them. Means it is very difficult to teach these dull-minded children. Means red Indian are very dull-minded children according to white American people. Get it? Don't expect them to talk. You should not expect. You should not have any hope to talk to them because they don't have any mind, because they don't have any heart, because they don't have any interest. So don't expect to talk with them. Who said like this? People said, means white Americans said that it is very difficult to teach red Indian children and you should not expect more to talk to them. Okay, to talk to them. One night, stubby little boy said, last night the moon went all the way with me when I went out to work. But after this two lines, the next three lines says something different. It is opposite of what people said. It is opposite of what white Americans said. Why? Because a stubby boy. What do you mean by stubby? S-T-U-B-B-Y. Stubby means thick and short. Thick and short. Short means short. Short-heighted. Thick means a little bit fat. Okay, a stubby boy said something different, and that stubby boy belonged to red Indian. Okay, belonged to red Indian family. What he said? He said, last night the moon went all the way with me when I went out to work. Can you understand what the boy said? Last night when I was walking, I could see the moon was also walking with me. So this is the love of the boy towards nature. Just like a writer, just like a poet, that boy said that I was walking and the moon was giving me company. The moon was my friend. I was walking and the moon was also walking with me. How can we say that red Indian children are very dumb? Red Indian children are very stupid and it is very hard to teach them? How can we say? It is very easy to teach them because they have also a good heart. They have also a good understanding. They are not foolish at all. They are not stupid at all. They are not dull or dunces at all. Are you getting what the first line says about? What the first stanza says about? Okay. So last night the moon went all the way with me when I went out to work. So this statement of this boy said that they are also having the poetic touch. The poetic touch. So here the opinion of white American is proved wrong or proved very opposite. Proved very opposite. This is all about the first stanza. Right? Are you getting me? Or getting tired or getting very difficult to understand what I am telling you? Then come to second stanza of this poem, my dear students. People said Indian children are very silent. Their only words are no and yes. Second stanza started. Again people said Indian children are very silent. Indian children are very silent. They only answer you yes or no. So what is the thought of white American people? That red Indian children are very quiet in nature. They are not talkative. They are not talkative. Why? What is the reason behind it that they are not talkative? Because they don't have any knowledge. They don't have any talent. What will they say? For example, suppose you don't have any knowledge related to aeronautic engineering work. Suppose you are asked anything else, your answer will be yes or no. Yes or no. Why? Because you don't have any knowledge. Okay, suppose we don't have any knowledge regarding anything, our answer will be yes or no, because we are stupid. We don't have any knowledge related to the this parts, related to their machinery work, related to the function of this machine, etc. So our answer will be yes or no. Similarly, people say that they are very silent because they don't have any knowledge. They are lacking of wisdom. They are lacking of wisdom. So the only answer is yes or no. Yes or no. Only interrogative answer. Yes or no. Besides this, they cannot speak more than that. So don't expect. Don't expect more from red Indian children. Okay, but everywhere you will get one but ragged pansy, R-A-G-G-E-D, ragged means torn clothes, wearing torn clothes. Okay, ragged pansy, this is the second name came. This is though in the first stanza only a boy is given, his name was not given, but that boy was from a red Indian category. So Pansy was also a poor boy. Pansy was a poor boy and he was wearing a red clothes, means torn clothes, not new. That was dirty and torn. Okay, in some places of his clothes was torn. So what Pansy said? Pansy said softly, my dress is old, but at night the moon is kind, then I wear a beautiful moon colored dress. What a beautiful thought. My dress is old, but the moon, a heavenly part, a heavenly creature. Here consider the moon as a personification that the moon could understand my feeling that I was wearing a torn clothes and also a dirty clothes or old clothes. So the moon was very kind and also I wear a beautiful moon colored dress then. Then when I was working in that moonlit night, my dress becomes moon colored. I cannot find my dress is old. I cannot find my dress is torn somewhere. So now I am wearing a moon colored dress because the moon gave me what? Its light and made my dress moon colored dress. So what do you mean by moon colored dress? It is a light bright colored dress. Here the dirty of the dress is not known. It looks different. It gives extra color because of the moonlight. So who says that red Indians are very dumb? Red Indians are very silent. If they are silent, they cannot speak this type of sentence. They can speak only yes or no rather than a long sentence, rather than a poetic attitude, thought. Right? So Pansy also proved the thought of the thought of white American people that red Indian children are very silent. That is also proved wrong. Okay, only a poet can say like this. The moon is very kind to me. The sun is just like my friends. And the tree is very kind and gives its shade. The tree gives me, a soft wind. Who can say this type of a statement? Only a person who is having a broad mind, who is having a love for nature, who is having a poetic touch can say this type of sentence, this type of statement only. Normal person or an ordinary man or an ordinary boy cannot say like this. Right? So have you got stanza 1 and stanza 2? Next. Stanza 3. People say Indian children are dumb. Indian children are very dumb. What do you mean by dumb? Dumb means stupid. Dumb means stupid. Stanza 3 has already been started. Dumb means stupid. So again, American people or white American people say that Indian children are very dumb. Indian children are very stupid. So who can prove that Indian children are not foolish, Indian children are not stupid? Let us start. And also they say they just don't care for anybody else. Care for anyone. They don't care for anybody else or anyone. They are very careless in nature. They don't care for others. They don't care for himself. They don't care for this environment. They don't care for anything else. They are very careless people. According to white American people, they think that red Indian are very careless people. Very careless people. Then I feel Ramon's hand and hear him whisper, a wild animal races in me since my mother sleeps under the ground. Another character came, that is Ramon. That is Ramon. Sorry, actually I just skipped one stanza. Clearly I hear Delors answer. Yes, the sunset is so good. I think God is throwing a bright sun around the shoulders of the sky. Here another character came, Delors. Okay, as I have already written the names, so when I skip one line or one stanza, it is clearly come out. Okay, because I have noted here Delos, but I read the line of Raman, so it was okay. Come out that I was I had just skipped one stanza. So yes, sorry for that. Just come to this line, Delos. They say that they are very stupid, but Delos says the sunset is so good. I think God is throwing a bright sun around the shoulders of the sky. The sunset is very good. While the sun is setting, it gives a radiant color to the atmosphere, and it is a very cool atmosphere, and the scenery is looking very attractive because the sun's golden color covered everything and gives an extra golden color to the atmosphere or to the viewers. So how can we say that Delors is a stupid boy or red Indian are stupid children? Or red Indian children are very stupid? It is also proved wrong because Delors is also a red Indian child. He says that the sunset is very good. Means he can enjoy the setting of sun. He can enjoy the atmosphere, the beauty of nature, the beauty of nature. And also he compares, he gives a metaphor like thing, just like a poet, he gives a metaphor that it spreads a bright sun. Okay, sun, we are just covering during winter season. Okay, so the sunset is so good. I think God is throwing a bright sun around the shoulders of the sky. The sun is throwing a bright sun around the shoulder of the sky. The sky's shoulder is just like the horizon, and there the sun is covering with its golden color. Okay, light, and it was just like a metaphor of bright color, golden color sun. Come to stanza 4. People say Indian children have no affection. They just don't care for anyone. Okay, they just don't care for anyone. So next stanza, they are very rude and no affection. They don't have any affection. Previous stanza, they are very stupid and they seldom make a reply. They don't reply. Don't reply. They don't give any reply. Okay, but it was proved wrong. Similarly, this line, people say they don't have any affection. They are very rude in nature. They don't know what is love. They don't know what is affection. Okay, but then I feel Ramon's hand and hear him whisper, a wild animal races in me since my mother sleeps under the ground. Will it always run and run? Will it always run and run? So who can say that Indian children don't have any affection? One example, that is Raman. Raman is a child. Unfortunately, his mother died. Every day he missed his mother. He missed his mother. Mother, I cannot live without you. Mother, you are everything for me. Without your affection, I don't want to continue my life. So who can say that Indian children don't have any affection? And this line proves clearly that he has a soft heart and his affection and love comes from the core of his heart, that a wild animal races in me since my mother sleeps under the ground. Since my mother sleeps under the ground, a wild animal races in my mind. Means I becomes wild without the care of my mother, without the affection of my mother. If my mother were here, I could enjoy her laugh. I could enjoy her affection. I could enjoy her care. But now I feel very lonely. Nobody loves like my mother. So he just whispers, Mother, please come back. Mother, please come back. Otherwise I will become a wild person. I will become a person without love and affection. So he says, will it run and run? Will it? Here it refers to this wild animal. Here wild animal refers to his wild behavior, his wild thought. Wild thought means without affection. The thought without affection. The attitude without love. Means will it run? Will this attitude, will this behavior run in me forever and forever? Okay. Won't my mother come? My mother has already gone underground. She has already been buried. People say Indian children are rude. Indian children are rude. Next slide. People say Indian children are very rude. Means cruel. Rude means cruel. They don't seem very bright. They don't seem very bright. If you see them, they are not looking bright. Firstly, their color is black and their attitude is also black. Okay, so they don't seem very bright. Then I remember Joe Henry's remark, the tree is hanging down her head because the sun is staring at her. The sun is staring at her. Who said they are rude? Joe Henry proved it wrong, that the tree is hanging down her head because the sun is staring at her. This is the love relation between the sun and the tree. And the tree is a female character. When the sun is staring at her, she just looks down. She doesn't want to be very frank with the sun. Just like an Indian woman. When another person stares at her, she doesn't want to stare back. She wants to just look down. Okay, she doesn't want to mix her eyes with other people. So the tree is like that. When the sun is staring, what do you mean by stare? Stare means look constantly. Stare means look constantly. L-O-O-K. Look constantly. When the sun is staring at the tree is hanging down her head. Hanging down her head. Means feeling of shame. Feeling of shame. White people always stare. They do not know it is not polite. Okay, white people always stare. They do not know it is not polite. So what is about the white people? They don't care anything else because they know only one thing, to underestimate other. They know only one thing, to look down other. They know only thing, they are the superior and others are inferior. Others are inferior. So when the sun stares at the tree looks down. How can we say that the tree is a rude person, or the Indian children are rude? They are not rude at all. They are not cruel at all, because they love the nature. It indirectly indicates that they love their nature, they love trees, they love heavenly bodies, they love the atmosphere. Okay, they love the nature very much. So how can we say that they are rude in nature? So Joe Henry proves by his statement. But white America or white people always stare. They look directly. They don't know because they are very cruel. They don't know the real law. They don't know the real tradition, the custom of Indian people. They stare daringly, just like a rude person, just like a cruel person. They do not know it is not polite. Because white people don't know what is polite and what is gentle. Because they are really rude. And last stanza, people say Indian children never take you in. Outside their thoughts, you are always tired. Okay, last stanza, people say they are heartless. Okay, they are heartless and suspicious. People say that Indian children are very heartless and suspicious. They cannot take you in. Means you will not get a space in their hearts. And you will always stand outside of their thoughts, outside of their hearts, because they don't believe anybody else. Because they don't believe anybody else. Who don't believe? Indian children don't believe, or Indian people don't believe anybody else. It is the thought of white American. It is not real thing. It is not a fact at all. So outside their thoughts, you will always stand. Means as they don't have any love and affection, as their heart is very narrow, as they don't have a big heart or a broad mind, as they are not broad-minded persons, they don't believe anybody else. They don't give you a place in their heart. And you, the white people, always stand outside of their heart. I have forgotten idle words that people say. I have forgotten. Just you see, I refers to the poets. Poets, Jonita Bell, a female. Being a female character, she was also, a lover of red Indian. She was also a lover of red Indian people, or red Indian, and also red Indian children. So she said that I have forgotten the idle words that people said. Idle words. What is the idle words? The white American said that red Indians are heartless, red Indians are very suspicious in nature, red Indians have no clear heart, very narrow-minded person. But I don't believe in this heartless word, or in this, what words? They say idle words. Okay, I have forgotten these idle words, because treasure the day when iron doors swung wide and I slipped into the heart of an Indian land. Jonita Bell surrendered before the red Indian people's character. And the important line of this poem is when iron doors swung wide. When iron doors swung wide. What is the iron door? The door between the white people and the black people. Between the white American and red Indian. This is the what we can say the iron door like obstacle. And because of this obstacle, there is a racial discrimination. There is a racial discrimination. This is the iron door between red Indian and white American. So what is the iron door? This racial discrimination is the iron door. Because of this thought, this attitude, this ideology of white people, they cannot mix with red people. And always red people want to be far away from white people. And the white people's heart is always what? Making dominate to the red people or black people. But Jonathan Bell says, I myself slip into the heart of red Indian. I like red Indian people. I like all their activities. I can see the reality in red Indian people. But white American make it misunderstanding and take it in opposite way, and they cannot understand the real thought of red Indian people. That's why this is the iron door so wide, and I slip into the heart of the Indian land. When this I cannot get this discrimination, unknowingly I enter into the heart of the red Indian children or red Indian or Indian land. It is said that Indian land means in the heart of the Indian land. Because people say that they are heartless, their door is always closed, they do not they don't give you any space in their heart. But how I enter into the heart of red Indian people? That means the thought of white American is proved wrong, that they are heartless, they are suspicious. Getting this point, students? So now the poem is over, and the time is getting out, and let me again show what is the thought of and what is the message of this poem. And here the message is, we should be broad-minded, we should be far away from racial discrimination, color discrimination, because we are the people of the world. We should take others as equal age. We shouldn't have any prejudice against other. We should understand the thought of others people. We should not think that always we are superior and we are Mr. All-Known and we know everything else. We should not underestimate anybody else. We should think as equal as. Okay, we are. This is the message of this poem. And see again in 3 to 4 sentences I am going to complete this poem. This poem is about the misunderstanding or the dominating or the looking down upon of the white American against red Indian, and they think that it is very difficult to teach the red Indian children, but it was proved wrong by a boy. Okay, and also they said that they are very stupid, and it was also proved by somebody else. They don't have affection, but the loving of his mother proved by Raman. It was also proved wrong. And also Joe Henry proved wrong that they are not rude because they know the real love and affection. When the sun stares at that tree looks down. Okay, so it is clear that red Indian children were the very opposite what the white American people think about them. Or the red Indian people are very opposite what the white American think about them. So thank you. So get ready for your examination, and definitely I will put MCQ questions and some of question answer. Of 2 marks, I will give you 4 questions of 2 marks, that is 8 marks, 7 MCQ questions, that is 7 marks, total 15 marks, and the rest 15 marks is from grammar, first year revision, that is tense revision and preposition. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, please send me an SMS. Thank you. Thank you.